The rain is freezing. The pavement is slick with oil and blood. You hear it before you see him. The heavy rhythmic thud of leather boots on wet concrete. Clink. A gold coin hits the table. No words. The air in the room suddenly vanishes. 3 men, 1 pencil. The first man's throat collapses before he can even gasp. The second feels the graphite pierce his skull. The third stares into eyes that look like a bottomless abyss. There is no screaming, no villainous monologue, just the deafening sound of a man who has decided you no longer exist. This is the silence of the boogeyman. This is the silence of John Wick. Before the suits, before the Mustang, and before the legendary status of the Baba Yaga, there was a boy in the mud of Belarus. He didn't have a voice because the world didn't want to hear it. He was forged in the fires of the Ruska Roma, where every word spoken was a liability and every secret kept was a shield. The psychological root of John Wick isn't his lethality, it's his economy. In a world that screams for attention, John learned the ultimate power of withholding it. According to Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power, law number 4 is clear. Always say less than necessary. When you are silent, you are unpredictable. You are a vacuum that others desperately try to fill with their own insecurities and mistakes. But then the silence was broken. He found Helen. For 5 years, the noise of the underworld was replaced by the soft hum of a peaceful life. 43,800 hours of normalcy. Then the cancer took her, and a spoiled brat took the dog. Rejection, humiliation. The noise returned. When Iosef Tarasov broke into that house, he didn't just steal a car, he woke up a ghost. 77 kills. That is the body count of the first 101 minutes of his return. But notice something? Wick barely speaks 100 words in the entire film. While his enemies are shouting, begging, and negotiating, John is calculating. If you're finding value in this breakdown of psychological warfare, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It helps us bring more cinematic deep dives like this to you. The legendary peak of his identity happened at the Continental, a sanctuary governed by rules. But John's silence is a rule unto itself. The moment he stepped back into that lobby, the atmosphere changed. The High Table, an organization with thousands of years of history and billions of dollars in assets, shook. Why? Because you cannot bargain with a man who doesn't talk back. In the book Quiet by Susan Cain, she discusses how our culture overvalues the extrovert ideal. But John Wick is the introvert's revenge. He uses silence as a physical weight. When Viggo Tarasov explains who John is to his son, he does it with a whisper, because the truth of John Wick is too heavy for a shout. But every peak has a precipice. The downfall wasn't a bullet, it was a choice. Blood on the floor of the Continental, excommunicado, $14 million. That was the price tag placed on his head. Every assassin in New York City, roughly 1 in every 20 people in his world, became a ticking clock. His suit is shredded. His fingers are gone. The physical pain is visceral. The smell of cauterized flesh, the taste of copper in his mouth, the vision blurring from exhaustion. He is a man who wanted peace, but was forced into a war that never ends. Yet, in that struggle, we see the transformation. He didn't survive because he was the fastest or the strongest. He survived because he was the most disciplined. He reinvented the concept of the marker. He went to the desert to find the elder. He walked until his lungs burned and his skin peeled under the sun. He sacrificed his ring finger, his last connection to his wife, just to keep going. The lesson of John Wick isn't about the gunshots. It's about the space between them. Silence is not weakness. It is the ultimate psychological weapon. It is the ability to sit with your own pain, your own mission, and your own truth without needing the world's permission to exist. Most people speak because they are afraid of the quiet. They are afraid of what they might hear if they stop talking. John Wick embraced the quiet. He became the quiet. He proved that a man who has mastered himself is a man the entire world should fear. As you move through your own life, remember, the loudest person in the room is often the weakest. True power doesn't need to announce itself. True power just arrives. If this script moved you, please subscribe and like the video. It means the world to us. Be the storm, but be the silence within it. Until next time.